Yo, what's going on, guys? Let's try back again here, bringing the video. This one's going to be talking about the UFC 141. Brock Lesnar retires. So as you guys know, after Brock Lesnar lost his recent match, he officially has retired from mixed martial arts. He maybe we'll see him back in the WWE or something like that. I can see that happening. I can't see him ever really fighting in the UFC again, at least not unless he gets in any kind of financial trouble, which I don't think is going to happen because, I mean, he's got such a huge name and stuff. This last couple of years and the illness that Brock has had and everything, I think he, with getting injured all the time and, everything that's been happening to him, I think he's really starting to see that, he did good for a while, but the career of a mixed martial arts fighter in the heavyweight division is not going to be something that's going to go on for a long time. I mean, being a heavyweight fighter, these guys hit so hard and just, oh my God, man, the injuries and the difficulty and the fact that Strikeforce is gone now. Strikeforce has no heavyweight division. So that means the UFC is going to absorb all of that talent. So not only will Brock Lesnar not be at the top anymore and be the champion, he's never going to be the champion again. That's guaranteed. And he probably won't even be a top 5 fighter very soon, or maybe even top 10. I mean, and it's not that he's slipped. A lot of people are going to say, oh, it's because he was ill, he took some time off, he's gotten weaker. And I think he's gotten a little bit smaller, to tell you the truth. Like, he looks a little bit smaller to me. People are saying he looks healthier. I think he looks older, he looks more weathered, and he doesn't look as strong. Personally. So I think this is a good decision for him to go ahead and retire. I really don't think that this is right for him anymore. If he wants to be a champion, it's just not going to happen. That's not a realistic goal anymore. For his health, he needs to step out. I'm pretty sure in that fight, obviously they haven't announced anything yet, but it looked like to me Alistair probably broke one of his ribs. That's just my personal opinion. I mean, the thing with Alistair is he hits so hard. He kicks so hard. He knees so hard. Everything the guy does, especially his kicks, they don't look like they pack that much power. But when he kicks guys, he breaks. Whatever Alistair kicks, he breaks. If he lands a kick on you, he could break it. Unless it's a bigger bone. Smaller bones, Alistair will break when he hits you. He broke Saki's arm, hit him with a right kick in K1. I think it was a right roundhouse kick, I believe, broke Saki's arm. Alistair's a monster. Anybody who fights Alistair's the type of guy that people don't want to fight. And I have more respect for Brock than I could ever have. The fact that he got in there with Alistair and he fought and he put on a show, that's insane. Fedor would not do that. Fedor's management did not let that fight happen. They're like, Fedor fighting Alistair? I don't think so. And that's exactly what happened. They call Alistair a steroid bully, this, that, and the other thing. And to make a long story short, they refuse to fight Alistair. Okay, and we're going to see this a lot, I think, coming up. If Alistair beats JDS, I think a lot of guys are going to question, do I really want that UFC title? Because, the thing is, when you lose to a guy like Brock, you get ground and pounded out. Yeah, your face might be a little messed up, or you might get choked out or something. But when you lose to guys like Alistair or Frank Mir, I mean, Frank Mir is going to break, he's going to break your freaking arm. And Alistair is going to hit you so goddamn hard, you're gonna wish you never stepped in against him. He's going to break, like whatever it is, he kicks, punches. These guys just, the heavyweight division in the UFC is crazy now. I really believed before that Strikeforce had a better heavyweight division than the UFC, and I think this kind of proves it. If you look at 2 years ago, Brock was supposed to be the best fighter in the world, but then again, there was Alistair and Strikeforce, the Strikeforce heavyweight champ, and everybody's like, oh, yeah, whatever. Boss Rutan saying, no, Alistair is the #1 best heavyweight in the world. Everybody else is like, no, don't even put him in the top 5. In my opinion, until Alistair is beaten, if JDS beats Alistair, I think JDS is the best chance of beating Alistair. But until he's beaten, he's the #1 heavyweight in the world in my eyes. There's no question about it. I mean, the way he beat Brock, like when he beat Brett Rogers, everybody was saying, oh, well, Brett Rogers is a bum, yada, 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 yada. It's going to be the same with Brock now. Everybody's going to say, oh, Brock's a bum, yada, 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 yada. No, okay, that's not it. Alistair is the best kickboxer in the world. He's the best. There's nobody better than him. There's no question about that. He proved that last year. He's a heavyweight, which means that he's got an advantage over any lighter weight class. He's the champion. He had 3 titles, and he's probably going to get the UFC title after he faces JDS. So I have nothing but respect for Brock. I've enjoyed these couple years watching him fight. He's a hell of a competitor. Insane that you can see a guy from WWE come over into the UFC and win the heavyweight championship. That's just crazy. So, hats off to Brock. He's had an awesome ride in the UFC. I've enjoyed watching him fight. I'd love to still see him compete. Maybe have him fight Fedor or something. That'd be a cool fight. Him against Brock against Fedor. But I just think that the heavyweight division in the UFC is too stacked now for guys like Brock. I don't see Brock ever getting back to the top. I also think guys like Josh Barnett would beat Brock Lesnar. In fact, I'd put money on Barnett to beat Lesnar, just like I did for Alistair to beat Lesnar. I'd put money on maybe Cormier to beat Lesnar. There's a lot of guys from Strikeforce that I think would beat Lesnar. Maybe Bigfoot. There's quite a few. Verdum. How's Brock going to beat Verdum? If he takes Verdum down, he's going to get submitted in like a minute, Or if he fights Frank Mir again, he'll probably lose that too. So I think this is the best decision for Brock. Hats off to Brock. He's had a great run in the UFC, champion for years. Nobody else has done that at heavyweight in a long, long time. So that's it. Brock Lesnar retires. To make a long story short, let me know what you guys think. Absolutely crazy news. Crazy night. One of the biggest fights in UFC history. Can't wait to see Alistair face JDS. And wow. Yeah, just wow. Later, guys. Peace.